Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today, we have some really unexpected news that really came out of left field and blindsided, I think, just about everybody except for the people involved in the deal, apparently. And that is, as of today, around this evening, Wargaming has bought KotS from the original organizers, as per the announcement in the KotS Discord. So for those of you that are wondering what KotS is right now, it is King of the Seas, KOTS, the King of the Sea tournament. You'd be forgiven for thinking it was Wargaming ran, considering the amount of promotion Wargaming did for it. I mean, we have the King of the Sea emblems and patches and the containers and the events as well that would go on when the tournament was going up. It wasn't ran by Wargaming, it was ran by the community, and the community made the rules, set it up, ran it and everything. Wargaming just pretty much put its full support behind it, which was really cool. They offered up rewards, they did the events, added in the emblems and stuff into the game, so pretty cool deal. But as of today, Wargaming will now be running it full outright, which, the reaction, of course, has been all over the place. Naturally, with anything that Wargaming's taking over from the community on doing, and yeah, it's interesting to say the least. Some of the reactions and some of the accusations and stuff being made already. Naturally, of course, again, anything that anybody or any company does, half the people are gonna love it, half the people are gonna hate it. So I did mention this briefly on stream, and I did say I wanted to wait for a little while longer to see if some more information would come out about what's going on, and a little bit more has, beyond, of course, that Wargaming has bought KotS. So naturally, straight away, people went straight to, oh, they're doing this because they want CVs to be in KotS. Well, the history behind that is that, of course, since the community makes the rules, naturally CVs haven't been in KotS in ever, I do believe. As far as I know, at least, they haven't been involved in the many years that KotS has been running. And Season 9 of Clan Battles, when that was going on, the KotS that took place after that one, there was quite a few teams involved in that because people were just so burnt out on CVs, of course, and since there's no CVs in KotS, we can get the competitive itch scratched without having to deal with CVs. And that one was a huge KotS. I think they say like over 1,500 people participated in that one tournament. So yeah, that was quite a big deal. But anyway, since the takeover, the official takeover apparently isn't until next week, but they have announced that they will be turning, of course, the KotS Discord server and, of course, the keys to the tournament over to Wargaming. But some little bits of information that might put some minds at ease and just, well, I guess maybe infuriate others, naturally, is that they have said that there are no plans for adding in CVs into the foreseeable future for KotS. They say that the format works and they don't want to mess that up. So, I mean, if you look at what they've done recently, like with the Verizon tournament, CVs weren't involved in that. And CVs are, of course, absolute massive advantage tactically wise in a competitive setting, especially in a small 7v7 format like KotS and Clan Battles. And I've said it before, I'll say it multiple times, I will keep saying it until they somehow fix it, which I don't think there's a way they can actually fix it, besides having basically two different sets of CVs, is that CVs in random battles in 12v12 game modes, for the most part, with a couple of exceptions, are okay. For the most part. I'm not saying perfectly balanced, I'm saying they're okay. Then we have the FDR, which of course has its own issues and such that I don't think it's okay unless it's going to be put in, like, I don't know, a 16v16 setting or something like that, just due to the sheer amount of health that its planes have. But in Clan Battles or a tournament setting, CVs simply have too much utility and too much power to function in a 7v7 game mode, and they are balanced for a 12v12 game mode in the first place and not a 7v7 game mode. So naturally, in a 7v7 game mode, they are ungodly unbalanced. Just look at Season 9, what happened with Season 9 of Clan Battles, all the burnout that happened. Some of the top clans straight up just threw their hands up and walked away from that season of Clan Battles. And that's why so many people rushed over to KotS for that season. That's why we did. We did KotS that for that run. Didn't get too far, but had some fun along the way. But anyway, so they said that that's not going to happen. Now, why would the organizers sell out to Wargaming. I mean, they even say that themselves. I'm not, making fun of them or harassing them or anything. It's their tournament. They can do what they want with it. There's a couple of reasons behind this. One could be simply that they're tired of running. It's been running for quite some time now. It's a huge event, of course, and you would think it'd be pretty exciting and pretty cool to set that up, but again, after running it now for the many years that it has been running, they could just be tired and ready to move on. Two, of course, Wargaming could potentially, and I'm not saying that they will, I'm just saying potentially it could be smoother with just Wargaming just running it out of the bat. There's a lot of rewards and stuff that they offer in the events that they do. And if they do just put it on themselves, they could, of course, potentially just make it a smoother conjoining of the Warships company and, of course, with the tournament in and of itself. I mean, if you watch the Verizon tournament that they put on, it went pretty smoothly. It was a pretty good tournament from what we saw, and, I mean, they had some serious cash reward to dish out there, too. And, of course, it was overshadowed by the Makarov container incident that was the the Christmas container fiasco. So, kind of upsetting and unfortunate that was taking the spotlight rather than the Verizon tournament, which was, again, the first real tournament that had some real cash behind it, But, yeah, I mean, that went off without a hitch. The rewards were really cool. The tournament ran just fine. So it's not like Warships and Wargaming can't run a tournament. They can. But again, all we know is that they've said they aren't planning to change the format. They say the formula works, and they're happy with that, for what they've posted on Discord, and that there aren't any plans to add CVs in the foreseeable future. Of course, those plans could change. They have also said that they would like CVs to be involved in all aspects of the game, including competitive. But as we all know, this season of clan battles, CVs aren't involved. So, I mean, you can see it, on one hand, they say they want them involved, and then they put this round of CVs at Tier 9, which I think is a great idea. Like I just said, I don't think CVs belong in competitive. I just think they don't work. You'd have to fundamentally change the way they work in order to get them to work in competitive. And then they're saying, they want them involved in all things competitive again, but they say that they aren't going to put them in KotS, which I don't think too many people are upset that they're not going to be in KotS if they really do stick to their word about that. So there is that. So my opinion at least, and again, that's all we really know is the information I've just told you. My opinion at least is that we've seen Wargaming put on big events before. They know how to run it. They say they're happy with the formula. They say they don't want to change it. And if they stick true to that, I think it's going to be just fine. I think we may even see some more rewards come out of it. I mean, KotS brings in huge audiences to watch the finals and even the qualifier round of stuff too. Normally bring in a pretty decent sized audience for a game the size of Warships. Of course, they're only being, if you get on the weekend on the North American server, there's maybe 15,000, maybe during the peak of lockdown. I think the biggest number I saw was like 24,000 people on. So, of course, not a huge audience. It's not like, Modern Warfare and Warzone. They're going to be bringing in hundreds of thousands of potentially millions of people to watch it live, but it does bring in a good sized crowd for the community of Warships. So I think it's something they particularly don't want to mess up because, again, this has been going on for years. It's been well ran by the community for years. Now, the downside is, of course, it won't be the community making the rules. So in the future, they could, of course, go, we want CVs in now. And that's something that the community probably would never put in to KotS unless, again, some type of fundamental change occurred with the carriers, but I don't see that happening. So I'm kind of on the fence about it. I mean, I say let's see what they do for the next round of KotS, and from there we can all make our judgments and see what happens. But like I said again, they've put on big events before. The Verizon tournament went off without a hitch. I'm pretty convinced that if the Makarov Christmas containers weren't going on, probably would have been a pretty good time for Wargaming, but of course everyone was busy getting the Makarovs and their containers and enjoying our Makarov Christmas presents. But yeah, we'll see what happens with it. Just something, again, completely out of left field. Definitely not what I was expecting to hear on a Friday. I thought maybe they'd talk about some changes coming to the commander rework skills, but nope, we got pretty interesting information about KotS. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you excited for this? Are you not looking forward to it? What do you think was the motives behind it? What do you think will happen to KotS? You know, just let's hear from you guys and see what you guys have to say. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way now to 25,000 subscribers. We just passed 22,400 not that long ago, and we're getting pretty close to 23,000. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday and a wonderful weekend. And I hope to catch you guys in the next one.